Hi everyone. I finished making some oat burgers. I thought I'd come on and show you the burgers that I made. Hi Hugh, good to see you. That I made homemade, and I'll give you the recipe for them. I'll go through the step-by-step the process, but I want you to see them on my plate. And there's more batter yet, and I just froze it up. How I got these round is I bought a burger press, and I took a piece of parchment paper. Yes. And I cut the piece of parchment paper out round, and I set it in there, and then I put the burger in there with a spoon, and then I just dumped it over onto the plate, and or onto my cookie sheet, and this is how they're round. And I've got probably get this many more out of the batter again. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I will give you the recipe for this because it's very, very good. First of all, this is the pot that I used. I got it in the sink because I had water in it. Okay, I'll show you that. All right. First of all, I took my pot and I put 4 cups of water in it. And I turned it on to a slow heat, like medium heat. And then I slowly added the seasonings. You add them and then you just let it come to a slow boil. It has to be medium heat. It comes to a slow boil. 4 cups of water. Then I did a half a cup of Bragg's liquid aminos. Oh no, they're moist. They're moist because they've got oats inside. I haven't eaten any yet. This is my lunch, and that's why I'm showing you this before I. Now I'm not going to eat all these. I'm going to freeze what I don't eat. Yes, I am. Half a cup of Bragg's liquid aminos. Half a cup of walnuts chopped. I already had bought chopped walnuts. So I put them in there, half a cup. A quarter cup of nutritional yeast. A lot of people question that, but that gives it a different flavor. I did 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. 1 tablespoon of dried sweet basil, which I did not have that, so I left that out. That is part of the recipe, but I left it out since I didn't have it. 2 teaspoons of onion powder. A teaspoon of ground coriander. A teaspoon of dried sage, and then 4 cups of they call for rolled oats. I didn't happen to have rolled oats. All I had was quick oats, so I just used that. Basically, what you do is you take your pan of water, your 4 cups of water, you put all your seasonings in there, everything but the rolled oats. You bring it to a slow boil, and then what you do is after you get a slow boil, then you take it off the heat. You add your oats to it. You stir it in, stir the mixture in, take it off the heat. So you turn your heat completely off, and then let it sit covered for a few minutes to cool completely down, especially while your oven is heating up. And then once your oven gets heated up, then you put them on your cookie sheet. It says oil cookie sheet, but since I had parchment paper, that works just as well as oil anyway. Oh, cool. Anyway, and this is what I bought. This is you can only get these a certain time of year. What I did is I used this part here, put parchment paper in here, made it round. As you can see, they're pretty good size. And then I just turned it upside down like this on the cookie sheet and got 6 of them out. And I've decided enough for the cookie sheet for now. And then the rest of it, I just froze it up. And then when I don't eat these, I'll freeze these as well. So they're very good. I mean, they have everything in good that we can eat. And I want you to see them before I delve into them. And I'm going to post pictures of this on Facebook as well, because I want people to see what they look like, and YouTube what they look like, because people always want to know what my recipes are. And that's why I wanted to give you the recipe, because it's a very simple recipe. It did take me a while to do it. Oh yeah, it will be. It's because they look delicious, don't they? And like I said, if it weren't for the press that I got yesterday, they wouldn't be round, because I have a tendency not to make them real round. And they're bigger than what they call for in the recipe, but I thought, what the hey, won't get that many out, because I think she had something. The one that made them on the YouTube video, got something like 18 burgers out of it. Well, that's a little too many for me. Don't they though? Yes, just look at them. Aren't they beautiful? They're nice and round. They're nice and brown. And you put them in a 350-degree oven. After 15 minutes, then you take them out and turn them over, and then you put them back in there for another 15 minutes, and then they're done. And look how good they are. Isn't that beautiful? And with oatmeal and stuff inside, and you got walnuts. These are the first oat burgers I've made with walnuts in them. Like I said, I bought some chopped walnuts when I was at hi, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. These are my oat burgers that I made. I'm going to post the recipe up on Facebook. I'm going to post the recipe up on YouTube. Hi, Ferdino, good to see you. These are my oat burgers that I made. Welcome to everybody coming in. This makes more oat burgers than this, but I didn't take all the batter and make any more than just a half a dozen. So I'm only going to eat a couple of these. Hi, Richard. Here's my oat burgers that I made. Don't they look beautiful? I used a hamburger press. Oh, I just got it done yesterday. Thank you. I thought it needed it to be done, but hi, good to see everybody. Yeah, they said you could use walnuts or pecans. I didn't have pecans, but I had the half cup of chopped walnuts. So I put them in there. Oh, you have one? Well, it's kind of hard to send it through the phone, Richard. They look so good, though, don't they? This is going to be my lunch, although I'm not eating all of these. I'm just going to eat a couple of them, and the rest of them I'll put in the freezer. And the batter I had left is in the freezer. You know, just put it in the freezer bag, and I'll just thaw it out when I want to fix it a day for lunch or whatever, and thaw it out and then make them again. No, this is not real hamburger. I don't eat hamburger. This is oat burgers made out of oatmeal. I've put oats in it and walnuts and several other spices. Just said you went through email. Okay. They're very good for you. I don't eat meat anymore because we don't need it. If people realized what meat does to you, you wouldn't eat it because the meat is so diseased nowadays. The ground is cankered. Hi, Tori. Good to see you. Welcome. Here's my oat burgers that I made. I made them and put them in the oven, and then I thought I would scope them once I got them out to let you see what they look like. Because it was a long process to get them made. You have to boil everything, the water and everything, and you have to let them set and cool for a little bit, and then you put them in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes on each side. You turn them over, after 15 minutes, you take them out and turn them over, and then for the next 15 minutes. And they came out so beautifully brown. I can't believe how. And those that just came on, I use this is what I used to make them round. I just cut out a piece of parchment paper the size of this, and put it on the parchment paper. And then when I put it on the cookie sheet, I just went like this and flipped it upside down. They come right out. Otherwise, you can't get them out of here without parchment paper or some kind of plastic. So when I had parchment paper, I'm doing just fine, thank you. 20. Oh, yeah, great, Richard. I wish I was 21 again. But I had a great birthday anyway. It was a wonderful birthday. My son took me out to eat. Couldn't eat much because of no meat, but I got full just the same. But it was wonderful to spend a little bit of time with him anyway. But thank you, Richard, for saying I'm 21. I wish I were 21 again. I mean, some days I feel worse than others, but it was a great, great day. But oh, thank you. I just got it done yesterday. I figured I better get it done. It needed it really bad. And I love perms anyway. It's been 3 years, so I thought I would get it done. But I wanted to do these oat burgers. I've been wanting to do these for quite a while now. I also have a vegan pot pie I want to do, but it's going to take time to do the pie crust, so I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that first. But anyway, I want to do these oat burgers. When I saw the recipe online on YouTube, I thought, I'm going to make these. It's real easy peasy. Just a matter of cooking everything, getting it hot on the stove, letting it cool, then putting on your cookie sheet and putting them in the oven. Like I said, I will post this up on Facebook, and I will post the recipe up on YouTube, so anybody who wants to make it can make them themselves, because they do look very good. The only thing that I did not have that they called for was basil. They called for dried basil. I did not have that. I should have bought it yesterday, but I didn't know exactly what this recipe took. I have everything else sitting here, but I just don't have the basil. But I don't think it really matters that much anyway. I had everything else, so it's still going to taste good, And they look delicious, don't they? I mean, look, they're nice and brown. I mean, look how brown they got. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I mean, they're so mouth-watering. And since I haven't had my lunch yet, this is going to be my lunch, because I need to eat something. And I like making things for lunch, making stuff instead of buying homemade, buying stuff already pre-made and heating it up or whatever. I'd rather make my own. At least I know what's in it. It's good quality food, things in it. It's not chemicals. You know, the ingredients, I don't have to question what's in it. I don't have to ask, oh, now what's in here? I know what's in here because the ingredients list, I have it right here. And like I said, it's right here. But I will post it up on Facebook, and I will post it up on YouTube. I like to print my recipes out so I have them. And then I can keep them and use them again. It's just under Karen Watterson. That's all you have to search for is Karen Watterson, and it'll come right up. I have my videos in playlists. I put them under playlists so it'll be easier for people to find them. And I have prophecy scopes, health scopes, dessert scopes, things like that. And now I'm doing some loom knitting as well, so I'll do loom knitting scopes as well. So I've got them under playlists. So if there's a certain one that you're looking for, you'll be able to find it there. It's easier for me to keep track of them. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. I have quite a few on there, and I mean, there's no shortage of YouTube videos I have on there, and I just keep putting up there all the time. I'll get this one up there probably sometime later today. When I have the chance, I'll get it up on YouTube, and I'll post this on Facebook right away, post the recipe, and post the pictures of it, because I like doing that, posting stuff like this up on Facebook, because there's a lot of people that don't go on YouTube that are on Facebook, and they want to see how to make the recipe, how to make certain things. So I just post it up on Facebook with the recipe. And there's a group that I belong to for Pampered Chef that I posted in there too. And I'm also going to start my own group there. Alexis Can Do from Pampered Chef wants me to start my own Facebook page, a group for vegan cooks or vegan foods, and I'm going to start one of these days. And she gave me the title, which I think is very, very pretty, a very good title. But I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do that and when I'm going to do it and get around to getting that done and post my recipes on there, because I do get a lot of people in here that are vegan. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. And people, don't eat her foods necessarily because she's not vegan, but oh, thank you. Yes, I'm a grandmother. I have 6 grandkids. But I wanted to come in here and I wanted to show you my oat burgers that I made and how good they're going to be at lunch. I'm sure they're going to be. Since I haven't had lunch yet, this is going to be a very good lunch. Now, I don't know what I'm going to have with it yet. I haven't decided. I've got good afternoon, Melissa. Good to see you. Here are some oat burgers that I made, and I'm going to post the recipe up on YouTube. I'll post it up on Facebook. And hi, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. All those that come in, thank you. Oh, yes. Hi, Mark. Good to see you. Look at my oat burgers that I made. Now, there is more batter than this, but I put it in the freezer. I can only make just a few at a time because these are real big, and that's the only thing that would fit on my cookie sheet. And I put, like I said, it called for an oiled cookie sheet. And I thought, well, I've got parchment paper. I'll just use parchment paper, and I won't have to bother washing the cookie sheet that way. And the parchment paper is simple to buy, and I just throw it away and, get another one the next time. It's simple, It saves one less thing to wash, because I have enough to wash as it is. Yes, don't they look good? I think they look good. And you put them in an oven, a 350-degree oven, for 15 minutes on each side, which I think that's pretty good. So I turn them over after the first 15 minutes and then put them back in. And after last 15 minutes, then I turn my oven off. And I think they really came out nice. And they're moist as well. And, okay, it's Karen Watterson. KarenWaterson. That's all you have to do is search for that. Now, I'm going to put that up later. I haven't got it. It'll get up there sometime today. I hope to get it up there. And I'll post the recipe. If you have Facebook, you can follow me on Facebook. Yes. That's what it is. If you follow me on Facebook, it's the same name on Facebook. I post these up there as well, because a lot of people that I have on Facebook do not go on YouTube. So I do it both places to get my bases covered. You're so welcome. And I'm glad that I could help you, because, the more I can get these out to other people, the more I can share with other people, that I can encourage people to do the same thing. Because, being vegan is not expensive at all. It's more healthier. Yes, I do use Instagram. I need to post these up on Instagram as well, and I keep forgetting that. I don't post the recipes up there. I post the pictures. I don't know how to post the recipes up there. I'll have to kind of figure that out because I think you're limited on Instagram how much you can put on there on each one anyway. But yes, I do use Instagram. However, not all that much. I use Facebook and I use YouTube more and this. Those are my three mediums to get the word out. That's the only way I do it right now. And sorry that you had such a problem on your scope last night, Hugh. I hope you can come on and do a scope tonight and don't have to have a problem with getting bumped off, because I would have enjoyed hearing that scope. But I think Periscope has been so glitchy lately because I've had the same problem. I'll start to come on here, and I don't know if any of the rest of you besides Hugh has had this where you go to go live, or you can't even go live because you get a poor connection. That happens to me every Sabbath in church. If I don't shut my phone off for a little while between Sabbath school and church, or shut it off during Sabbath school so it's ready for church, I will not be able to get on at all because it gives me a poor connection every time. It could be the building, I don't know. But I have to... oh, did it stay like that all night? Oh, sorry to hear that, Hugh. Mine never usually does that. After a few times of trying, then it finally goes back to the way it was supposed to be. But I find that it's best if you turn your phone off and leave it off for a little bit and then turn it back on. It probably would have come out of it then. Yeah, I hope you do it. And if you have that problem, just turn your phone off and let it sit for a little bit. Then try it. It should work. Oh, well, if you don't like the fact that these are oat burgers, you saw what was in my title, then you didn't have to come in this Periscope. They are not nasty. They are better for you than hamburgers, I'll tell you that right now. Hamburgers are slowly killing you, whether you know it or not. Meat is slowly killing you because meat is so diseased. And there's nothing diseased about this. Everything is in here is healthy for me. So you better stop eating hamburgers or chicken or fish or pork or whatever you're eating because you're killing yourself. We're never meant to eat meat. We were never meant to eat meat in the first place. I've been on this plant-based diet a long time ago, even before I started my plant-based diet. I was 250. Right now, oh, thank you. Right now, I weighed myself this morning and I'm down to 192.5. So I've lost way over 50 pounds all total. And when I started on the plant-based, I was 223.5, so I still lost over 20 pounds that way. So it does work. You just have to be diligent and keep going. They say that it's expensive to be a vegan, but it's not. It's actually expensive to buy all that meat and stuff that you buy, your cheese and your meat and your dairy milk and your eggs. I don't eat any of that. If I want an egg, I just make a chia seed egg or flax meal egg. That's exactly how I make it because that's better for you. Some of the recipes call for chia seed eggs or flax seeds. That's better for you. Chia seeds are so healthy, full of protein. But regular eggs, no, you should not be eating them. You don't eat cheese either. Make your own cheese. That's what I do. I like to make my own cheese. I sometimes make almond milk. Yeah, well, I suppose it does, but that doesn't change the fact that but eating meat is going to cause you to keep going to the doctor, whether you know it or not. And more doctors are getting on the bandwagon now, and they're prescribing a plant-based diet to their patients, and they should all do that. Unfortunately, they don't, but some of them are getting wise and starting to realize that plant-based is what they need to go on. Hi, Mercedes, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Here is my oat burgers that I made. I didn't scope making them because it was a long process, but I thought I would make them and then come in here and let you show you. That's true. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Exactly. And if I don't eat meat anymore, I don't drink milk. You're right. It is cheaper, much cheaper. And thank you. When you make things yourself, you know what's in them because you know the ingredients that you put in them. When you buy stuff in the store, unless you look on the ingredients that's on the label, you're not going to know what's in there. And they usually have a long list of ingredients. And after about 4 or 5, I stop reading them because they're way too lengthy. I don't understand what the ingredients are. I don't know where the ingredients came from. They're all chemicals. Why put those chemicals in your body? We should be putting chemicals like this in our body. We need to put stuff in our body that's not harmful to us. That's why I start making my own food. I'm making everything when I come in here and do these scopes, everything that I have, when I'm showing you is something that I have made. Granted, I have found the recipe on YouTube, but I have made it with my own two hands. Now, sometimes I tweak the recipes a little bit because they may put something in it that I don't particularly like. And that's what's good about those recipes. You could put your own ingredients in or leave something out that you don't have, like I did with this and called for basil, which I did not have, dried basil, which was the in the jar, and I didn't have it, so I had to leave it out. But it's got everything else in it. You know, it's got your sage and your onion powder, garlic powder, and coriander and that in it. So it's got plenty of spices in it anyway. And it's got walnuts in it as well, chopped walnuts, a half a cup of chopped walnuts, which is really going to make these burgers very, very good. You know, anything like that is divine to me, you know. But I encourage anybody that if you want to be on a plant-based diet, just try it. Because, hi Arlene, sister love. Here's my oat burgers that I made. Now I'll post the recipe up on Facebook, and I'll post it up on YouTube. It was simple. It was easy peasy, sister love. It took a little time to do it, but it was easy peasy, and I enjoyed doing it. And I even got batter left that I put in the freezer. And hi, good to see you. Welcome. And I put it in the freezer, and I will definitely make these again. These have walnuts in it. They have oatmeal in it. They have your different spices in it. And this is the pot. I will show you. This is the pot that I had to cook everything in to begin with. I've got it sitting in the sink because I have to soak it. But anyway, that's the pot that oh, doesn't it though? Yes, they look very, very good. Look at those. They turned out so good. And you know what I did? Oh, thank you. What I did is I bought me a hamburger press. This is a stuffed one, but I'm not going to do that. So what I did is I took a piece of parchment paper and cut it round like this. Put that on here. Then I took a spoon and I put the stuff in here, the batter, you want to call it. And then when I flipped it over, it came off the parchment paper onto my cookie sheet. And I thought that was better than trying to get it, because you can't get it out otherwise. And because I have a tendency that my burgers never come out round. Well, using this, they come out nice and round. So that's why I use that. As you can see, they're nice and round. They're very pretty. And I know they're going to taste good because they got walnuts in them too. Chopped walnuts, which I love putting that kind of stuff. I just put everything in the pot, put it on the stove. The only thing that I didn't heat up on the stove was the oats. Once I put the oats in there, I turned it off, took it off the heat, and stirred it in, and then just let it sit to cool. I don't do that in here. If you want to, you go to another Periscope, because I don't do that in here. No, they're not. They're very moist. The oatmeal in that makes it very moist. Actually, they were very, very moist when I put them on the cookie sheet. They were actually very, very moist. Not dry at all. Really moist. And these are for my lunch. I'm not going to eat all these, however, but I'm just going to eat a couple of them. The rest of them I'll put back in the freezer. But I just wanted to show you, this is what I've put in the oven so far. And the rest of the batter is in the freezer for another time, because I didn't want to use it all today, because it's just a little too much. So I put on my cookie sheet what I could, and it called for an oil cookie sheet. Well, I thought, well, I've got parchment paper. I'll just use it instead, because it's a lot easier with parchment paper to flip them anyway. Thank you. And get them off the parchment paper, because you just throw the parchment paper away. And I don't have to wash the cookie sheet, just, don't they though? Oh, yes, they are very nutritious. And I will post this up on Facebook. I will post this up on YouTube for those that are following me on YouTube. I will post this up on Facebook for those following me on Facebook. I'll post the recipe so that you can make them yourself. Because I know Sister Love is on a health kick. She's a vegan. And everything in here is good for you. The only thing, like I said, I didn't put in it that called for I didn't have was basil. But I thought, well, that's okay. I don't have the dried basil in the jar. So because I buy my stuff this way, organic. Everything I put in here is all organic. So this, I know it's going to be very good to eat. And I'm going to have to eat them in a little bit before they get real cold. But I just wanted to come on. That I think it's time for you to go. Goodbye. Thank you. Wow, we get those kind of people in here. Isn't that awful? That person must be disturbed. That's all we can say. That person's very disturbed. I don't do that kind of stuff in here. But anyway, I'm going to have to go and eat these. Oh, I sure will. I'm going to have to eat these in a little bit because it's my lunchtime right now. But I just thought I would come on for a few minutes to show you exactly what these look like already done. And I plan on doing a vegan pot pie someday. And I also have a vegan carob brownie recipe I want to do. That, in fact, I think it calls for cocoa powder, but I'm going to change it to carob powder because I don't use cocoa powder. If anybody knows that Seventh-day Adventist, you don't use chocolate, use carob, which is better for you because it's vegan. But anyway, I thank you all for coming on. Oh, blessings to you as well. I thank you all for coming on and sharing this Periscope with me. Oh, thank you. You know something? I started at 250 a long time ago. I was 223.5 at when I started this plant-based diet, which has been quite a few months ago. Now I'm down to 192.5. So I've lost well over 20 pounds. And I just keep on going. It just keeps coming off. And I'm so thankful for that, you know. And I'm going to hope to keep on going. I can see it in my face now. For a while I couldn't. But now I can see it in my face that it is a little bit thinner than it used to be. And I'm so happy for that. And I plan to keep on going. But anyway, I thank you all for coming on and sharing this with me. And like I said, I'll post this on Facebook. I'll post it on YouTube. Oh, thank you, thank you. It takes a lot of perseverance and a lot of diligence to keep going. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you, thank you. You're so welcome. You know, I get a great pleasure out of doing this for other people and showing you what I've found. Yeah, that's true. Because it's going to get to a certain point, I'll probably it's going to level off, and I'm not going to be able to lose anymore. But as long as I can keep losing, I want to keep going. How far I'll get, I don't know. But oh, thank you so much. That's what everybody keeps telling me. Oh, thank you so much because you all make me feel so good. You all keep me motivated to keep going, and that's what I want to do. I do enough walking around the house that I get plenty of exercise, you know. And when I go into Walmart and I'm pushing my cart, I get plenty of exercise there because I'll walk around the store maybe an hour and a half. So I get good exercise. It hasn't been fit weather lately to walk in the rain. You know, it's been raining and I don't like to walk my dogs in the rain. But when it starts getting nicer weather, we don't have rain, I'll do walking scopes again too. So, but anyway, I think I better go and eat my lunch because I'm getting a little hungry. But I thank you all for coming on and sharing and being here for me and sharing this out. The live viewers as well as the replay viewers later on. Hope you have a blessed day. Take care. God bless and bye-bye. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.